This is question one for our evaluation of the title sequence. In what ways does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? We'll be doing an audio commentary of our title and open sequence. This is film for our distributor for our film, as it's UK based and low budget, which suits our film.
The first shot, as you can see, shows 4 football boots, which signifies 4 friends, as you'll see on this shot, all happy playing football together.
This shot then shows the change in that, which shows they're bullying him as they're excluding George from the group and not letting him play.
This shot shows verbal abuse, actions abuse, and then here physical abuse on George.
This shows him actually had enough and pushed to the edge, so he's contemplating the suicide, as we can see from him about to jump out the window.
This is a low angle shot which shows he's in
the power of his own life, so he can determine his own future right then and there.
This shot shows George on the floor and he has committed suicide, signal of death.
As you can see by him laying in an unnatural position through various angles.
This is a Evening Telegraph shot of the death, which was put in the local papers, which shows it was a big deal and it's not your everyday common thing.
This shot shows just the 3 football boots, which signifies that George has actually gone from the group compared to the 4 at the start.
This is a tomb we found in the Caster area, which adds to the authenticity of the film. This is just coming towards the door, which shows that George is coming closer and closer back to seek his revenge. This is the start of our opening sequence, and it's where the 2 of the 3 friends have come from George's funeral paying their respects. We added in the church bells for also authenticity, to show that he's come from the funeral, to add more realism.
We also used match on action there to make the film a bit better. In this scene, I think that the dialogue could be improved because we voiced over one of them, but all of them should have been done at the time to make it all the same sound and make it flow better.
By saying no wonder Count didn't want to come shows a lack of respect from the character you can see, and shows that he didn't really like Callum and he doesn't feel guilty. Whereas this character is sticking up for Callum and he's on the sort of the audience side, feels guilty for the death.
Yeah, blame it on the other 2. Ashley, as you can see, getting annoyed right now, and Callum not actually showing up to the funeral.
This is the start of our opening sequence. This is the first shot of a pan of the house to show where the action is all about to take place. This is a shot of George coming back from the dead to seek his revenge on his so-called friends. We used an appear crystal sound effect to show that he's come at the door and add a little bit of impact.
Yeah, and the makeup on his face also adds to the fact that he should be an antagonist and come back from the dead.
This shows Callum, the one who didn't turn up to the funeral, locking the door, and shows he's now locked himself inside with the creature. There is no escape for Callum.
This shows George following Callum and following to get his revenge.
This has put the audience on 2 sides. Are you on George's side, coming back to seek his revenge to Callum who's been rude? Or are you on Callum's side and want to feel sorry for him because he's about to be attacked by George? As you can see by the atmosphere and eerie, scary atmosphere of the film, you can tell it's in the horror genre.
The lightning and thunder sound there is used to emphasise the fact that he's appeared from nowhere for Callum's.
The punch, you can clearly see there's been physical harm, and as you can see vaguely by the cuts on Callum's face, that physical contact has taken place and consequently he's died from this.
As you can also see on this shot is that haze and intro flash special effects have been used to represent that it is from the dead person played by George, actual point of view.
As you can see here, this is George picking up the victim and dragging him away, showing that he's dead, he's being dragged away now. There's 1 down out of the friends.
And this shows the exact place where George initially committed suicide, which shows the correlation between what's actually happened then and what's happening now.
That shot just gone showed the text message sent by the antagonist George on Callum's phone to the rest of his friends, suggesting that Callum's down but the 2 are